Hello, Living Dead Dolls fans. This is Josh, aka Doggiepants, and I'm coming at you in partnership with Mezco Toys for another Living Dead Dolls review. So it is that time of the year once again. Resurrection season is upon us, and I just got in Resurrection 11, which is super cool. They're great dolls, so we're going to take a look at those. Before we get into the dolls, I just wanted to tell you about the cool thing that they did this year. Mezco this year did a paper doll kind of situation, so they released all of the outfits that the dolls would be wearing and their hairstyles and makeup, eyes, things like that, but in a bunch of different colors and paper doll form, so you had to piece it together and try to figure out which dolls were being resurrected. Looking on Facebook, not many people got it, because these dolls are actually, fairly different than the originals, so it was kind of hard to figure out exactly what they were going to look like. But it was a cool little kind of game that they came up with, and I dug it. It was cool. So let's take a look at the dolls, shall we? Before we do that, though, let's look at the coffins. I'm happy to say that this res set comes in normal coffins. I think it was res, what is that, 8, I believe, that came in boxes. Nobody was really a fan of that. So it's nice to see that we are in regular coffins. Black coffins, standard, no handles, red tissue paper, also pretty standard. The chipboards are actually pretty cool for this set. We've got the paper doll theme that they were using for the marketing for this series. It does say Resurrection 11 right there at the top, and 11's written in kind of a crayon color. And then it has the doll's name, Isaiah, his poem, and then an image of the doll in the paper doll form. So if you haven't seen this, go to Living Dead Dolls Resurrection 11.com, I believe is what it is, and you can play around with that online, which is pretty cool. But that is what the coffin looks like. Let's take a look at the dolls. Now, like always, I'm going to go from my least favorite to my favorite. It's kind of hard with resurrection sets because they're usually all pretty damn good dolls, so even the bad ones are good. It's like pizza. So, please nobody hate me with my choices. My choices are a little bizarre for this series, maybe different than other people's, but yeah, here we go. So the first one up is Dawn, Resurrection Dawn. It's pretty cool they finally resurrected this doll. I think all of us have been waiting for it for quite some time. She's very different than the original, but also pretty cool. So let's take a look at her outfit. She has the cute little standard Living Dead Dolls shoes there with white socks. I love socks on a doll. Then she has this really cute dress. It is kind of a red and black plaid. Now this coloring in the front is dried blood. It's looking a little pink there, but it actually is pretty red on the doll itself. And you see that same blood on the collar goes all the way down the front of the dress. Now there's not much detail to this dress that makes it specifically unique except for the collar. We've got this white cotton collar with this really nice lace detail around the edge. There you go, you can see it. The fabric itself is actually pretty stiff, so you can kind of position it however you want and it will stay. I don't know if that's because of the blood or if it's just the material itself. It does have a little bit of elastic right here around the arm just to give it some shape here on the sleeves. And then it is all one piece and it does Velcro up the back. Her hair is pretty thickly rooted. Her hair is actually one of the reasons that she was on the bottom for me. I think it's cool. I like that they came up with this unique style for Dawn, but it's a little too Ramona Quimby age 8 for me, which don't get me wrong, I love Ramona Quimby, but on Dawn it left me scratching my head a little bit because she's got these kind of Betty Page bangs. Do you see that? They're a little curved to them. And so it really goes for this kind of like hair helmet thing, which is cool, which I kind of love and kind of not sure about, which is why she's at the bottom for me. But the eyes, the face, and the body in this doll are superb. The paint job is all over the entire body. I'm going to bring it nice and close so you can see. So she's got this like purple, reddish, streaking dirtiness all over her body. You see it on her hands, on her arms. It is under the doll's outfit as well. Sometimes they don't, carry the paint job underneath the clothes, but they do with this doll, so it's all over her entire body. And it obviously makes its way up to her face as well, her superb, superb face. She is a torn face doll, obviously, because the original doll, Dawn, was. So I'm going to hold it up nice and close so you can see what that looks like. Now, on the inside here, there is texturing, but that paint job is just a paint job. So that black and red is not really part of the texturing of the face or part of the mold, but there is some bumpiness going on kind of all over. Now we see some really intense ripping of the face here with the teeth. There's blood dripping down the front of her. Some really cool, kind of paint job going on in this doll. She has that Series 2 smudging of purple around her eyes, and then she has this really kind of haunting green, bright, well, not bright green, kind of a seafoam green eye going on, and it's really rounded. No eyebrows or anything on this doll, but that is her. That's Dawn. I'm going to hold her up against the original Dawn so you can see how they did in regards to resurrection form. So there we go. That's the first doll. Let's keep moving along. Boom, boom, boom. So next up on my list, this one was really, really tough. And I've gone back and forth quite a bit. And I think I'm going to go with Dottie Rose. Now, Dottie Rose is a doll that I happen to frickin' love, the original Dottie Rose, and I've been waiting for them to resurrect Dottie Rose forever, and I actually said to Damien, I was like, please, let it be Dottie Rose, and it was, so I'm very excited. She's super, super, super cool. She's a really, really beautiful doll. I miss her pink hair. I will say that. I think that's one of the things that's so charming about Dottie Rose, the pink hair, but this doll, not looking at Dottie Rose, is actually really, really cool and fantastic. So let's take a look at her outfit. So we've got, again, the standard Living Dead dolls shoes there. Now it's kind of interesting, in the paper dolls, we saw the Mary Jane old school season 1 shoes as well, but none of them made it into the final product, which surprised me, but whatever. So that's the shoes that are on her. She does have these kind of black standard cotton tights that we've seen many, many times before, which I like. It really goes well with her outfit. Now her outfit is this pink polka dot on a black background dress we got going on, and it's like a satiny material, so it's got some shine to it a little bit. We've got this nice belt here that is attached to the dress. Well, it's tacked in the back, so you can kind of move it up and down, but it does give a little bit more interest to the dress. And you'll notice that at the back of that there is a tiny little bow right there. You see that bow? Again, this dress is all one piece, does Velcro up the back. One of her cool little designs in this dress, which they've not really done before, is this keyhole opening in the front of her dress that's heart-shaped, which is really nice because it shows the blood dripping down her face kind of right in that opening right there. It's really sweet, if I do say so myself. Again, where this doll really shines is her face. The eyes on this doll are incredible. I'm going to bring it up close. She's got, really intense pink eyes. We've got some pink shading around the eyes as well. I love when they do airbrushing. I think it looks so nice on a doll. A really intense eyebrow. Kind of wish that we had both eyebrows and no eyebrows with this doll, but just eyebrows. And then she does have some blood coming down out of her mouth, which is new for Dottie Rose. But it looks really nice on her, and it makes kind of sense, She was poisoned by the sun, threw up some blood, I guess. Her hair, again, very different than the original Dottie Rose, but really nice, thickly rooted. It's got a little bit of curl to it, so it does have kind of some interesting shape going on there. And I think it's really nice. It looks really great. This doll is beautiful, just very different than the original Dottie Rose. But yeah, but that's her. That's Dottie Rose. So I'll hold up the original. Here you go. Boom. Dottie Rose. Let's keep moving. So in second place for me is Hush. This doll is cool. This doll is really, really cool. The coloring of her body is a really dark gray, and against the red, it's super haunting, super cool. Really dig it. But yeah, let's take a look at her outfit. Her outfit is very simple. There's not much to it. No shoes, no socks, just like the original Hush. Her dress is this really simple nightgown, and I'm going to hold it up close so you can see there is a little bit of flower detail that is that is on the dress, but it's so, so faint. Okay, we've got this nice, beautiful bow right here in the front, a little bit of frilly detail around the top, goes all the way to the back here. Oh, and that ribbon of the bow in the front does go all the way to the back there. That same ribbon goes up and over the shoulders. But that is pretty much it. It's a really kind of thin linen material. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Now, her face paint. Again, we've got some great airbrushing around the eyes. Do you see that? And a really haunting pink eye with a bright red rim, black lips, and then there's this really, really faint red kind of branching that comes off of her mouth, and it goes up over the sides of the face, and it does come down onto her chest and shoulders as well, but it ends right about here on the doll, so you don't see it come down any further, and her legs are completely bare. But yeah, her hair is thickly rooted. One of the best features of this doll, in my opinion, are the amazing bows in her hair. So we have little black bows with silver skulls. They're really, really cute. And I think the skull is very similar to the one that we saw in Misery's hat. Yeah, it's really, really nice. But there she is with her pigtails looking super, super cute. Now I will say on this doll, again, all these dolls are some of my favorites from the original series. So I do miss the yarn hair on Hush. I don't know why. I just always liked her hair. I'm going to hold up the original so you can see the difference. There we go. But it definitely, they capture kind of the essence of Hush. And she really is spooky, this new one, and I really dig it. But yeah, there they are. Hush. Which means that my favorite, and maybe a little controversial, is actually the boy doll of this series. I do love a boy doll. I think they're always super, super cool. But this one is Resurrection Isaiah, y'all. I don't know why I like him so much. I think he's just well-made, super interesting, and freaking adorable. But let's take a look at his outfit. So he has the Living Dead Doll's standard boots. They are tucked up into his pants, but they are the boots. And I did check. He has little black socks on under these boots. A detail they didn't need to put in there, but I always appreciate when they put socks on the doll, so big thumbs up, let's go. He is super, super cute. He's got these tight black pants. They do have a little bit of Velcro right here in the back, so you can loosen them and take them off if you want to. They are a separate piece, so it's not attached to the shirt underneath. I'm going to pull this down so you can see the shirt. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and unzip it. It's a little pain in the butt to zip it back up, but I want you to be able to see what's going on underneath. So here is his shirt. It's a black short sleeve shirt, so the shirt does have sleeves. You can see right there how long that length is. And it does have this upside down green cross on it. Now in the paper doll, we did see a little bit more of kind of like digitalization of this cross. It felt a little more matrixy. But for the actual final production of the doll, it looks like it's just kind of a paint stroke on the shirt itself. But it is super, super nice. It's all one piece. There's no Velcro in the back, so you probably have to pop the doll's head off in order to take the t-shirt off, if you so desired to do so. Obviously, one of the best features that he has is this amazing hoodie. Now, it's a standard kind of cotton hoodie. No major frills to it except for this green piping around the edge, right? So we've got this really light green detail that comes up the side and goes around the hood. It's like all attached as one piece right there. And it's really nice. It makes him pop and makes his eyes pop really bright. I'm going to pull down the hood so you can see what's going on underneath. And we've got some kind of cool hair on this doll, which I appreciate. Pretty thickly rooted boy doll hair, and actually nicely done boy doll hair. Sometimes it gets a little wonky on Living Dead dolls. This one's not so much. He has a little bit of a swoop here in the front, which I dig. And there's a little bit of length on the back and the side just to help it lay down a little bit more. His part's pretty extreme and here on the side, but he looks really, really nice. Looking up close at his face, we see this light, ever so faint green kind of digital thing going on his face. We saw that in the paper dolls. Cool detail. And then his eyes are really cool. They're green. It's got kind of this hexagon shape in the middle, and then kind of this spoke thing going around out of that hexagon thing. Those are very technical terms, by the way. He has a little bit of black shadow around his eyes, but that's it. That's Isaiah. Now, some people say, well, how is this Isaiah? He's so drastically different than the Paperboy. But they kind of went with this digital messenger kind of guy, I guess. Maybe think email instead of, Newsies. So it kind of works. It's a bit of a stretch, don't get me wrong, but it works. The doll itself is super, super cool. I think that's true of all of these dolls. If you look at them on their own merit, they're really, really cool. If you start comparing them to the original, they're very different. But that's one of the reasons that we like the Resurrection series, is because they take the idea of the doll and they kind of mess with it and come up with something new. So, yeah, super cool in my book. But that's, and Isaiah. We'll show you the original Isaiah. Boom, there he is with his broken head glory going on there. Yeah, but there we go. So that's it, you guys. That's Resurrection Series 11. Let me put them all up here so you can see them together. This cute set. Boom, boom, and boom. There we go. Hey. So that's it. That's Resurrection Series 11. I have one more review that I have to do. He's sitting back there waiting for it to happen, and that's Alex from Clockwork Orange, so I apologize I haven't gotten that one out yet. And if I'm also getting the variant version of Harley Quinn soon, so keep your eye open for that. I'm also probably going to go back and do Sam from Trick or Treat. That was not actually sent to me by Mezco Toys. That's something I bought on my own, and I just never got around to reviewing him. So I'll go ahead and do that probably eventually. I've had so many people request it. So yeah. But that's it, you guys. That's Resurrection Series 11. Who knows if we're going to get variants? But we'll probably end up getting variants because we always get variants. Who knows when that's going to be released? I think last year for the Resurrection Series 10, we didn't even see images of the variants until December. So, don't be stressing or writing us on Facebook going, where are they? They're coming. They're coming eventually, I'm sure. I don't know for sure. I'm not the official voice of Mezco, but probably. Yeah, but that's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hush, hush,